everyone, my name is Xpaco for X's Toy Universe, and I'm coming to you with a review of Takara, MyClone, Starscream. So, here we have him. He's about 2 inches in height, and he's essentially a rubbery plastic figure. It's not a transforming figure in the least, but he's a great figure to add to your collection if you're in the market for novelty Starscream figures. Now, what does he come with? He comes with, in this box, it's a blind box, and also you have a little bit of an insert here. We'll get to that in a bit. But you have this figure with detachable parts and this stand. So let's take a look at the box real quick. I also did a review for Ultra Magnus, so you'll be able to see that as well. Now, as you can see here in the front, MyClones have a hexagonal design up front where the chest is. The chest section is always hexagonal for everybody, both in the toy and the cartoon design. And as you can see here, you have some images of other MyClone figures. Now, we'll take a look at what those are. Here in the insert, as you can see, MyClone figures are essentially designer figures of sorts. The MyClone story right here, if you can read Japanese. And then here, as you can see, hexagonal head and chest parts, and you have detachable parts that you can interchange. Now, as you can see here, there are some other Japanese characters, as well as some of which are from recognizable tokusatsu shows. And here are the other MyClone toys that you can get. So as you can see here, Optimus Prime has kind of mixed with his trailer, and we'll see how you can do that in a bit. You have MTF-001 Optimus Prime with his Ion Blaster, Megatron 002 with his Fusion Cannon, Starscream, which we have here, Ultra Magnus 004, which I have reviewed already, and 005 RC, which I will review later. And you'll notice MTF-006, he has the same chest design as Optimus Prime, so you have both bot and alt mode, and you can combine the two to get this version, which is a partially transformed Optimus Prime, because the chest piece is the cab piece on this other figure. Alright, so let's take a look at Starscream now. So what I always recommend when you get MyClone figures is to separate all of the parts before, because I just got this, and there will be some resistance when you try to articulate this figure. So the first thing you want to do is to separate the pieces. Why? That's because a lot of these parts are painted on, like for example this blue here and some of this gray is painted on, and the plastic will cause some resistance to the rubber. So what you're going to want to do is to remove all the pieces. So I'm going to remove this. So the back wings are also removable, as you can see here. These arm cannons are also removable with some effort. Okay, and the hand just came off. Remove this too, because as you can see, there's a little bit of resistance here. So you'll want to remove that so that you can, when you put it back on, articulation is much smoother. So go ahead and do that. Okay, and then coming back here, remove this arm, remove this shoulder cannon. It takes a little bit of work. There, got removed. And then remove this as well, because again, there's some resistance here. You won't be able to articulate it immediately off the box. Remove it so that articulation will work a lot better. Remove the chest piece as well. And the chest piece and the chest. Okay, removing the groin from the leg part and removing this section here. Removing this as well and this as well. Okay, so now we have essentially, not counting the stand, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 pieces for your Starscream. And now that you're pretty much done with all of that, you can put Starscream back together. Okay, so where's your chest piece? Put the arm on there properly. The groin section. The hips are essentially the same piece, so no need to worry about putting them on the wrong place. The legs are also the same piece, so no need to worry about left or right. Same thing with the cannon pieces, although okay, the arm pieces, the forearm pieces are different because of the thumb. So you're gonna wanna make sure you put them in the right place. Nice Decepticon logos there, by the way. And then place Starscream's shoulder cannon missile things. Sorry, not a Seeker fan, so I'm not 100% sure what those are called, but okay. And there you have Starscream. And articulation, essentially anywhere where there's a joint. All of these are swivel joints held together by pressure. And so you've got the standard head articulation, shoulders, elbow articulation. This one can move side to side. I don't know why you want to do that, but it can. And then you have waist rotation, hip rotation, and thigh rotation here. And you can put him on his stand here, which says MyClone, as you can see. So there's a little peg there where his booster is at. So it's a little bit like a heel. And there you have Starscream. So it's really cool. So the first one in the series that I reviewed was Ultra Magnus. So like I said earlier, you can swap parts around. So if I wanted to remove Ultra Magnus's head and do a little bit of a Starscream ghost thing here, I can. But his wings would come with. There you go. Starscream Ghost on Ultra Magnus. If that's something that you'd wanna do. And the rest of the parts are also just as interchangeable. Except for these shoulder parts because they're not the same section. So overall, Starscream is a figure, like I said, I would recommend to any Starscream fan. It's an adorable, stylized version of the G1 character model. So yeah, if you can still hunt for this, go ahead and do so. I would highly recommend it. It's a fun figure to have on your desktop or beside your television or wherever you want to put your novelty figures. Thank you for watching this review of MyClone Starscream. This has been X Paco for X's Toy Universe.